and Jennifer Tilly are the stars. Next, here on member-supported WHYY.
Stage on Screen is made possible by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, Dorothy and Louis Cullman, the Luesta T. Mertz Charitable Trust, the Harold and Mimi Steinberg Charitable Trust, the Cornelius V. Starr Fund for Arts Programming at 13 WNET New York, and contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.
Bright lights, big crowds, Broadway theaters. It's all part of one great thoroughfare in one great town, 42nd Street in New York City. Stage on Screen presents the Roundabout Theater Company's production of The Women, starring Kristen Johnston, Rue Mclanahan, Cynthia Nixon, Jennifer Tilly, and Mary Louise Wilson. Good evening. I'm Alistair Cook. When the people at PBS asked me to host this show, they said the time had come for my public to see me in a Broadway theater again. Of course, I didn't realize they meant sitting in the balcony. But I'm not complaining. I'm thrilled to be here. The play you're about to see was written almost unbelievably in 1936 by Claire Booth Luce, who, in the course of her career, was also the managing editor of Vanity Fair, a congresswoman from New York, and the U.S. ambassador to Italy. I'm not sure which of those was the most prestigious. Not to mention a knockout blonde and the wife of Henry R. Luce, publisher of Time, Life, and Fortune. This combination of looks, talent, and success sometimes sparked resentment among her peers. Once, when a friend of Claire's told Dorothy Parker, "Claire Booth is always kind to her inferiors," Parker remarked, "Yes, where does she find them?" Which brings us to tonight's offering, The Women. And its theme, the bitchy, sometimes brutal competition among members of the female gender, filled with witty repartee, backstabbing, one-upsmanship, or one-upswomanship, and a stage full of divas engaging in what one character calls orgasm by gossip. It offers a cynical look at the world of well-to-do New York matrons who live by the motto, "A woman's best protection is the right man." As old-fashioned as it may seem, and even critics in 1936 accused Claire Booth of being misogynistic, the play captures timeless truths about the competitive drive for power and turf that is part of human nature. A friend of Booth's once said, "Most of us are used to the fact that a lot of people are louses, but Claire never fails to get a kick out of it." I think you'll get a kick out of it, too. So get ready to enjoy Act 1 of The Women.
I said to Howard, "What do you expect me to do?" Sit home and darn your socks? What do we all have money for? Why do we keep servants? No, darling.
You don't keep them long, God knows. It's yours, Peggy.
Isn't it Mrs. Potter's? I opened with 4 spades.
Second hand you did, and went down 1,000. Peggy, my pet, you can't afford it.
I can too, Sylvia. I'm not a pauper.
Well, if your bridge doesn't improve, you soon will be.
Shut up, Sylvia. She's only playing till Mary comes down.
Jane, what is Mrs. Haynes doing up there?
It's that lingerie woman you sent her, Mrs. Fowler.
I didn't expect her to buy anything. I was just trying to get rid of the creature. Peggy bid.
Oh, mine? Bye.
She won't concentrate.
Bye. She's in love, bless her. After the child's been married as long as you, girl, she may be able to concentrate on vital matters like bridge.
Another lecture on the modern woman.
At the drop of a hat, bye.
Well, I consider myself a perfectly good wife. I've sacrificed a lot for Howard Fowler. 2 spades. I devote as much time to my children as any of my friends.
Except Mary.
Oh, well, Mary. Of course. Mary's an exception to us all.
Quite right. Peggy?
2. No trumps.
Oh, Edith, not again!
Oh, it's that morning sickness. Oh, I heaved the whole darn day. This is positively the last time I go through this lousy business. 4 spades. You know, if men had to bear babies...
There'd never be more than one child in a family, and he'd be a boy.
Oh, I wish I were having a baby.
Babies cost money. You'd better learn to play winning bridge. Oh, honestly, Edith, why didn't you show a slam?
I've got to unswallow. Oh, wait till you've spawned 4, Peggy. You wish you'd never seen a pair of pants.
Poor, frightened, bewildered Madonna.
I'm devoted to Edith Potter, but she does get me down. You'd think she had a hard time. Dr. Briggs says she's like shelling peas. Little Howard had to be taken from me with forceps.
No clubs, partner.
So when Cynthia came, I had a cesarean. You should see my stomach. It's a slam.
Are you sure?
You got the king, Peggy? Thanks, dear. It's a slam. And the rubber. But I've kept my figure. I adore Edith, but I do think it's revolting how she's let herself spread. I must say, I don't blame Phelps Potter for playing around.
Does her husband?
Well, I do think it's in bad taste for a man to try to make his wife's friends, especially when he's bald and fat. I told him once, Phelps Potter, I said, stop trying to paw me. Has it ever occurred to you that I'm Edith's best friend?
The thought never crossed his mind.
Oh, well, you can't really blame him. Men have no conscience below their belts. I told him next time I'm going straight to Edith.
And did you?
Certainly not. I'd die before I'd be the one to hurt her like that. Besides, I'll say one thing for Edith. She's not as dumb as some of my friends. She's on to her husband.
Do you think he's onto her?
What do you mean?
If he could only hear her talk about him.
Listen, Peggy, do we know how men talk about us when we're not around?
I've heard rumors.
Exactly. Peg, you haven't been married long enough to form a private opinion of your husband.
Well, if I had one, I'd keep it to myself. Do you think I'd tell anybody in the world about the quarrels John and I have over money? I'd be too proud.
All over, dear.
False alarm.
Oh, what happened? Oh, only a slam, dear. You do underbid.
Oh. I'll bet you had me on the pan.
Well, I never say behind my friends' backs what I wouldn't say to their faces. Well, I said you ought to diet.
And I intend to, as soon as I pop this one. Besides, I have the most wonderful cook. She was with Mary. She told me that Mary let her go because she was too extravagant. I think the cook that Mary has is too homey. Watercress. I'd just as soon eat my way across a front lawn.
Well, I think Mary's gone off terribly this winter. Have you noticed these deep lines here?
Smiling lines, tragic, aren't they?
Oh, well, honestly, Nancy, I'm devoted to Mary, but she does get me down sometimes. She's so smug.
Smug? Don't you mean happy?
Mr. Haynes adores her so.
Yes, doesn't he?
Oh, you just can't bear it, Sylvia, can you?
Bear what?
Mary's happiness, it gets you down.
Nancy Blake, if I can say one thing for myself, it is that I've never been jealous of another woman. Why should I be jealous of Mary?
Because she's contented to be what she is.
Which is what?
A woman.
Oh, and what in the name of my revolting condition are we?
Females.
Really, what are you, pet?
What nature abhors? I'm a virgin, a frozen asset.
Oh, Nancy. Oh.
I wish I were a virgin again. The only fun I ever had was holding out on Phelps.
Nancy, you ought to thank God every night you don't have to make sacrifices for some man.
Oh, I wish I could make a little money writing the way you do, Miss Blake.
If you wrote the way that I do, that's just what you'd make.
You're not exactly a popular author, are you, dear?
Not with you. Well, good news, Sylvia. I finished my book, and once again, I'm about to leave your midst.
Oh, I wish we could afford to travel. But where do you go this time, Miss Blake?
Africa. Shooting.
Well, darling, I can't say I blame you. I'd rather face a tiger any day than the sorts of things the critics said about your last book.
Sorry, girls. Sylvia, must you always send me woebegone creatures like that lingerie woman? It's been a very expensive half hour for me.
Oh, for me too, Mrs. Haynes.
Oh, nonsense. Peggy, you were playing for me. Here.
Oh, how sweet.
Don't open it now. It's a bed jacket. Or a tea cozy. Or something padded. I wouldn't know. I was crying so hard.
Well, you didn't believe that creature's sob story?
Of course I did.
Mary.
Anyway, she's a lot worse off than you and I. Edith, wee garments.
Oh, darling, how sweet. Oh, my God. Oh, I'm as sick as a cat.
Oh, it's a girl. Girls always make you sicker.
Even before they're born?
Oh, I don't care what it is. I've lost everything, including my curiosity. Why did God make it take 9 months?
Oh, it takes an elephant 7 years.
Oh, well, I wish I were an elephant. And I'm gonna look like one by the time I'm through.
Oh, Edith, it is rather trying. But once it's over, isn't it the grandest thing in the world to have them?
Ma'am, Mr. Haynes would like to speak with you on the phone.
Of course. I can feel what it is in my bones, Jane. Stephen's going to be kept at the office again tonight.
Give him my love, will you, Pat?
I will.
Nancy, you couldn't be more wrong about me and Mary.
Still rankling.
Jealous? As a matter of fact, I'm sorry for her.
Oh, why?
Well, for all we know, she may be living in a fool's paradise.
Yeah, let's check that one for a moment, Sylvia. Jane, are the children in?
Yes, miss, just back from the park. Oh, I'd love to see Mrs. Haynes' little girl, Miss Blake.
Come along then, child. Anyway, it's our turn to go on the pan. But we don't have to worry. You've got a poor man. I've got no man at all.
This is positively the last time I play bridge with Nancy. She never misses the chance to get in a dig. She can get to you about Mary, I thought.
Edith, I've got to tell you, I'll burst if I wait.
Oh, I knew you had something.
You'll die. Stephen Haynes is cheating on Mary. Wait till you hear. You know I go to Michael's for my hair?
Yeah.
Oh, you really ought to go, Pet. I despise whoever does yours. Well, there's the most wonderful new manicurist there. Isn't that divine? Jungle Red.
You mean divine? Go on.
Look him up. It was extraordinary. Red this morning. I tried to get you
I was in the trap. Go on.
This manicurist, she's marvelous. Was doing my nails. I was, looking through Vogue, the one with Mary and the Beaux-Arts.
Oh, wait, that flattered her so much.
Well, this manicurist, Mrs. Marvelous, she says, is that Mrs. Stephen Haynes, who's so awfully rich?
Oh, isn't it funny how people like that think people like us are awfully rich?
I forget what she said next. You know how those creatures are. Babble, 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 and never let up for a minute. When suddenly she said, I know the girl who's being kept by Mr. Haynes.
No!
I swear.
Is she someone we know?
Oh, no, that's what's so awful about it. Oh. She's a friend of this manicurist. Oh, it would have been so bad if Stephen had picked some of his own class, but a blonde floozy. Oh.
How did Stephen ever meet a girl like that?
Oh, how do men meet girls like that? That's what they live for, the rats.
Oh, but I'm
I
telling
can't
you,
go into
I
details now. They're utterly fantastic.
Oh. Do you suppose Mary knows?
Mary's the kind who couldn't help but show it.
No self-control. Well, she's bound to find out. If a woman has any instincts at all, she feels when her husband's off the reservation. I know I would.
Well, of course you would, darling. Not Mary.
No.
Well, if only there was some way to warn her.
Sylvia, you're not going to tell her.
Oh, well, certainly not. I'd die before I'd be the one to hurt her like that.
Well, couldn't someone just shut that manicurist up?
Oh, good story like that. All those girls care whose lives they ruin.
Oh, isn't that a dirty trick?
Oh, isn't it foul? It's not as though only Mary's friends know. We could keep our mouths shut.
Well, I know plenty. I'd never breathe about my friend's husband.
So do I. Anyway, the whole thing's disgustingly unfair to Mary. I feel like a disloyal skunk just knowing about
Well,
it.
I adore her.
I worship her. She's my dearest friend in all the world.
Of course. What I'd like to have is a boy first.
Well, I'd like to have a wagon load of girls and bring them up the way I think they ought to be brought up. Must have been choice.
What do you mean?
Well, you both look so relaxed. Edith, has Sylvia performed the modern function of friendship among the ladies?
Which is what?
Orgasm by gossip.
Oh, Nancy, must you? Oh, darling, how is Stephen the old dear? And did you give him my love?
I did. Stephen's not so well, Sylvia.
Oh, what's the trouble?
Nervous indigestion. That's why I have such a plain cook now.
Oh, well, Phelps had indigestion for years. You should hear that man rumble in the night, like a truck on cobblestones.
Well, there's nothing worrying, Stephen.
No, he's just been working late. He's not coming home tonight.
Well, are you sure it's word, darling, and not a beautiful blonde?
Stephen? Oh, Sylvia.
Sylvia, let's play another rubber.
Stephen's a very attractive man.
Isn't he? I can't imagine why he hasn't deserted me for some glamorous creature long ago.
Why, Mary, you do sound smug.
Oh, let me be, Nancy. How can you be too sure of what you believe in most?
I wouldn't be sure of the Apostle Paul. I always tell Howard, if you ever manage to make a fool out of me, I'll deserve what I get.
You certainly will. Now, Sylvia, let's have it.
Have what?
Just what did you mean when you said that Mary was living in a fool's paradise?
What?
Nancy, don't be absurd. No, Mary. I was just trying to make a typical Nancy Blake wisecrack about marriage. I said, a woman's paradise is always a fool's paradise.
That's not bad, is it, Nancy? Well, Sylvia, whatever I'm living in, I like it. Nancy, cut.
Mary, do you like my new polish?
Too adorable.
You can't imagine how it stays on. I get it at Michael's. There's a terrific new manicurist there.
Sylvia!
Olga's her name. She's out of this world.
Sylvia, will you
It's
cut?
called Jungle Red.
It looks as if you've been tearing at somebody's throat.
I'll be damned, Nancy, if I let you ride me anymore. But she takes a crack at everything about me, Mary, even my nails.
Well, I like it. I really do. It's new and chic. Michael's Olga Jungle Red. I'll remember that. You and I, Sylvia. I feel lucky today.
Oh, do you, darling? Well, you know what they say. Lucky in cards.
It's friendship, friendship, just a perfect friendship. When other friendships have been forgot, ours will still be hot, lot, dig, dig, dig.
It's burning my neck. Ray. Ow! It's gonna be so worth it, Mrs. Wagstaff.
I thought I was in here. Oh, hello, Mrs. Wagstaff. Guess who I am?
Mustn't talk, ma'am. You crack yourself.
There, dear, the agony's over.
I think I'll have a mud mask.
Eufy! Tell the desk Mrs. Wagstaff's working in the mud.
Mrs. Barnes has such lovely skin.
Oh, not lovelier than yours, Mrs. Wagstaff.
Lovelier than yours is lovely. I do think it's rather good for a woman my age.
Oh, you talk as if you were an old woman, dear.
Well, I'm 42. Oh, that's lovely.
Jungle Red. Everybody loves it. You know Mrs. Howard Fowler?
We're ready for you now, Mrs. Wagstaff. We'll unwind you in the shampoo. Eufy!
This way, dear. How does your permanent feel? It's gonna look lovely.
That old gasoline truck? 52 if she's a day. One more permanent, she won't have another hair left on her head.
She sure do shed, don't she?
I'll bet her husband sheds her in a year. I hear he's a pansy.
Ready? Yes.
So I woke up this morning, And for no good reason, I felt the time has come to change my hairdo.
With all the suffering that goes on in a place like this, every main street in America ought to look like Ziegfeld's First Row. But it doesn't.
An occasional wave and manicure wouldn't hurt you.
Are you kidding? Once they get you under this blast furnace, they leave you there till you mummify.
Mr. Michael will be 10 minutes, madam. Anyone in particular for your manicure?
Oh, who does Mrs. Fowler's nails?
Olga, I'll see.
God, I'd love to do Mrs. Fowler's nails right down to the wrist with a nice big buzz saw.
Sylvia's all right. She's a good friend underneath.
Underneath what?
You did hurt her. I had it all over again at luncheon. Nancy, am I getting old?
Oh. Who put that in your head, Sylvia?
Tell me the truth.
Oh, yeah. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And twaddle to that effect.
But it's such a scary feeling when you see those little wrinkles creeping in.
Time's little mice.
And that first gleam of white in your hair. It's the way you'd feel about autumn if you knew there'd never be another spring.
There's only one tragedy for a woman.
Growing old?
Losing her man.
Well, that's why we're all so afraid of growing old.
Are you afraid?
Well, I was very pretty when I was young. I never thought about it twice then. Now I know it's why Stephen loved me.
Smart girl.
Now I think about it all the time.
Love is not love, which alters when it alteration finds. Shakespeare.
Well, he told me on my birthday I'd always look the same to him.
Nice present. No jewels.
It rained that day. He brought me a bottle of perfume called Summer Rain.
Here, innocent. The book my readers everywhere have been waiting for with such marked apathy. 365 pages of mordant wit and trenchant satire.
All the dead ladies.
Soak it, please.
I'm off.
Off?
Africa.
But not today.
Well, I knew if I told you, you'd scurry around and do things. A party, steamer baskets full of sour fruit. Not nearly as sour as the witty cables your girlfriends would send me.
I had
No, don't move. No tears. For my sake, just soak it. Goodbye, Mary.
Goodbye, Nancy. I'll miss you.
Oh, I doubt it. Practically nobody ever misses a clever woman.
Funny, isn't she?
She's a darling.
Mrs. Fowler sent you in? She sent me 3 clients this week. No Mrs. Herbert Parrish that was Mrs. Malcolm Leeds? Well, it seems Mr.
I
Parrish
don't
came...
know her.
Soak it, please. You see a lot of it around here. No Mrs. Stephen Haynes?
Why, yes.
I guess Mrs.
As a
Fowler
matter
told you about that. Mrs. Fowler feels awfully sorry for her.
She does. Well, I don't.
Well, you would if you knew Crystal Allen.
Crystal Allen?
Yes. You know, the girl who's living with Mr. Haynes. Don't you like the file? Mrs. Potter said it sets her unborn child's teeth on edge.
Whoever told you such a thing?
I thought you knew. Didn't Mrs. Fowler?
No.
Then you'll be interested. You see, Crystal Allen is a friend of mine. She's really a terrible man-trap. Soak it, please. She's behind the perfume counter at Saks Fifth Avenue. So was I before I got 5 left. That's how she met him.
Stephen Haynes?
Yeah. It was a couple of months ago. Oh, it was an awful rainy day, I remember. So this gentleman walks up to the counter. He was a serious type. Nice looking, but kind of thin on top. Well, Crystal nabs him. I want some perfume, he says. May I ask what type of woman for? Crystal says, very ritzy. That didn't mean a thing. She was going to sell him our feature, Summer Rain, anyway. Is she young, Crystal says? No, he says, sort of embarrassed. Is she the glamorous type, Crystal says? No, thank God, he says. Oh, thank God, Crystal says, and bats her eyes. She has those eyes which run up and down a man like a searchlight. Well, she puts perfume on her palm and in the crook of her arm for him to smell. So he got to smelling around, and I guess he liked it. Because we heard him tell her his name, which one of the girls recognized from the gossip columns. Gee, you're nervous. Well, a couple of weeks ago, I stopped by where Crystal lives to say hello, and the landlady says she's moved to the kind of house where she can entertain a gentleman friend. What gentleman friend, I says. Why, that Mr. Haynes. She's had up in her room all hours of the night, the landlady says. Did I hurt? 1 coat or 2?
None.
But I thought that's what you came for. All Mrs. Fowler's friends come
I think I've gotten what all Mrs. Fowler's friends came for.
Oh. Thanks. Well, goodbye. I'll let her know you were in.
Mrs. Stephen Haynes.
Mrs. Stephen? Oh, gee. Mrs. Haynes, I'm sorry. Isn't there something I can do?
Stop telling that story.
Sure, I will.
And don't tell anyone that you told it to me.
I won't. Gee, I promise. Gee, that would be kind of humiliating for you. But in a way, Mrs. Haynes, I'm kind of glad you know. Crystal's a terrible girl. I mean, she's terribly clever, and she's terribly pretty, Mrs. Haynes. I mean, if I was you, I wouldn't waste no time getting Mr. Haynes away from her.
She said I wouldn't want anyone in the world to know, and I said, my dear, you know you can trust me.
Tea, Jane.
It's coming, ma'am.
My mother will be here in a few minutes. A cup for her?
Yes, ma'am.
And tell cook, please, dinner on time. We're going to the theater. Mr. Haynes likes to be there in time for the curtain. I'll wear my old black, Jane.
Yes, ma'am.
No, I'll wear my new beige, Jane.
Yes, ma'am.
May I see you, Mrs. Haynes?
Oh, later, Miss Fordyce.
It's about little Mary. Mrs. Haynes, you'll have to talk to your child. She just smacked her little brother hard. Pure temper.
What did little Stevie do to her, Miss Fordyce?
Well, you see, it happened while I was down getting another banana for Junior. When I came up, she'd had such a tantrum, she'd made herself ill. She positively refuses to discuss the incident with me. But I'm quite sure the dear boy hadn't done a thing.
You're very apt to take the boy's side, Miss Fordyce.
Not at all. But in England, Mrs. Haynes, our girls are not so wretchedly spoiled. After all, this is a man's world. The sooner our girls are taught to accept the fact graciously...
Send her to me, Miss Fordyce. I don't understand it, Jane. Miss Fordyce really prefers Mary, but she makes a little god of Stevie.
Where's Mother?
You're going to catch it. Oh, I bet you wish you were Mommy's girl today instead of Daddy's girl, don't you? What's the matter? Cat got your tongue.
Hello, darling. Aren't you going to kiss me? What red eyes?
I threw up. When you vomit, doesn't it make you cry?
Stevie tease you?
Mother, I don't know how to begin.
Come here. Would you rather wait until tonight and tell Dad?
Oh, Mother, I can't tell him. I'd rather die than tell Miss Fordyce. I hate that mean old thing.
That's not the way for my dear little girl to talk.
But I don't want to be a dear little girl. Oh, Mother, dear.
Baby, what?
What Brother said.
What did he say, the wretched boy?
He said he had bumps.
Bumps? You don't mean mumps?
No bumps. He said it was covered with disgusting bumps.
Mary, where?
Here and here.
Oh. Well, of course you have bumps, darling. Very pretty little bumps, and you have them because you're a little girl.
But I don't want to be a little girl. I hate girls. They're so silly and tattle.
Not really, Mary.
Well, Mother, what fun is being a lady?
These days, darling, ladies do all the sorts of things that men do. They fly aeroplanes. They go into politics and business.
But you don't, Mother.
Well, perhaps I'm happier doing just what I do.
What do you do, Mother?
I take care of you. And Stevie. And Dad.
But you don't, Mother. The servants do.
I see. I'm not needed around here.
Oh, I don't mean that. It wouldn't be any fun at all without you. But, Mother, even when ladies do things, they stop it when they get their lovey-doveys.
What?
Like in movies, Mother. Lovey-dovey all the time.
Darling, you're too young to understand.
But, Mother!
But mother, there is one thing a woman can do that no man can do.
What?
Have a child. Like you.
Oh, that! But is that any fun, Mother dear?
Fun? No. But it is joy. Of a very special kind.
Well, it's never sounded especially exciting to me. I love you, Mother, but I bet you anything you like, Daddy has more fun than you. Am I to be punished, Mother?
What do you think?
I smacked him awful hard. Shall I punish myself?
It will have to be pretty bad.
Then I won't have breakfast with Daddy tomorrow. Or the next day. Okay, Mother?
Okay.
Mary! She certainly doesn't let anyone get the best of her, does she, Mrs. Hayes?
My poor baby. She doesn't want to be a woman, Jane.
Who does?
Somehow I've never minded it.
Hello, child. Afternoon, Jane.
Afternoon, Mrs. Moorhead.
Mother dear.
Well, what's wrong?
How did you know something was wrong?
Your voice on the telephone. Is it Stephen?
How did you know?
You sent for Mother, so it must be he.
I don't know how to begin, Mother.
Is it a woman? Who is she?
Her name is Crystal Allen. She's a sales girl at Saks.
Have you seen her? She's young and pretty, I suppose.
Well, yes, but common.
Young and pretty and sexy. Did Stephen tell you?
No, I found out this afternoon.
How far has it gone?
He's known her about 3 months.
Is he sleeping with her?
Mother!
Stop crying. You'll spoil your eyes. I said, is he sleeping with her?
I don't know. But I feel that he is.
Does Stephen know you know?
I wanted to talk to you first. Oh, Mother, what am I going to say to him?
Nothing.
Nothing?
I'll give it a touch with the iron now.
Look, Schiaparelli. Stephen loves me in beige. Of course, it is a bit trying. A beaded lobster.
Personally, I always thought you looked best in things not too extreme. My dear, I know how you feel. I felt the same way 20 years ago.
Not Father.
Mary, in many ways, your father was an exceptional man. That, unfortunately, was not one of them.
Did you say nothing?
Nothing. I had a wise mother, too. Now, listen, dear. Stephen is a man. He's been married for 12 years.
You mean he's tired of me?
I said stop crying.
I'm not crying. This stuff stings.
Stephen is tired of himself. Tired of feeling the same things year after year. The time comes when every man's got to feel something new, has got to feel young again, just because they're growing old. We women are just the same, but when we get that way, we hire a new cook or redecorate the house or change our hairdress. But a man can't do over his office or fire his secretary, and the urge usually hits him hardest just when he's beginning to lose his hair. No, dear, there's only one way for a man to escape his old self, and that is to see a different self in the mirror of some woman's eyes.
But, Mother!
He probably feels no more for this girl than you do for that new dress.
But, Mother!
But Mother! He's not giving her anything that belongs to you. You would have felt it yourself long ago.
I always thought I would. I love him so.
And he loves you, baby. Now listen to me. Go away someplace for a couple of months. There's nothing like a good dose of another woman to make a man appreciate his wife. Mother knows.
I forgive him.
Forgive him? For what? For being a man? Accuse him and you'll never get the chance to forgive him. He'd have to justify himself.
How can he?
He can't, and he can. Don't make him try. Either way, you'll lose him. And remember, dear, it's being together at the end that really matters. And another piece of motherly advice. Don't confide in your girlfriends.
I think they all know.
They think you don't? Then leave it that way. If you let them advise you, they'll see to it in the name of friendship you lose your husband and your home. I'm an old woman, dear, and I know my sex. Now, I'm going right down this minute and get our tickets.
Tickets?
Yes, you're taking me to Bermuda. My throat's been awfully bad. I hadn't wanted to worry you, but the doctor thinks
Mother,
that
darling! Thank you.
Don't thank me. It's rather nice knowing you need Mother again.
Yes. Oh, Stephen. Yes, dear? Oh, Stephen. No, I'm not angry. It's just that I wanted to see the play. Yes, I can get Mother to go with me. Stephen, will you be very late? Oh. It's all right. Have a good time. Of course I know. It's just business. All right, dear, I won't wait up. Stephen, I love... Jane, the children and I will be having dinner alone.
All of me. Why not take all of me? Can't you see? I'm no good without you. Take my lips. I want to lose them.
Makes you drag out everything in the damn store and doesn't even buy a brassiere. And that's a kind who always needs one.
Miss Michael, step in here a moment.
Yes, Mr. Piero.
If I have told you once, I have told you 1,000 times, when you're modeling that dress, the stomach must lead. You walk like this. You take away all the seduction.
This is seduction.
Will you open a charge?
Please.
May I have the name?
Allen. Miss Crystal Allen. The Hotel Waverly.
May I have your other charges? Saks, Bergdorf, Cartier?
Oh, I'll be opening those in the next few days.
Then may I have your bank?
I've no checking account either at the moment.
Shall we show the things that came in while you were away?
Please, but I'd like to see some younger things than usual.
I'm sorry, Miss Allen, but we must ask for at least one business reference.
Oh, of course. Mr. Stephen Haynes, 40 Wall. He's an old friend of the family.
Oh, that'll do. Mrs. Haynes is a very good client of ours.
Oh?
Will you try on now or finish seeing the collection?
By the way, I've never met Mrs. Haynes.
She's lovely.
So I'd rather you didn't mention to her that I gave her husband as a reference. Do you mind?
Oh, of course not, Miss Allen. We understand.
Do you? What do you understand?
I mean, please, I hope you don't think I meant anything.
Not. Oh, it's dreadful living in a strange city alone. You have to be so careful not to do anything anyone can misconstrue. You see, I don't know Mrs. Haynes yet, so I'd hate to do anything to get off on the wrong foot before I've met her socially.
Naturally. Women are funny about little things like that.
Ooh, may I come in?
Hello, Sylvia.
What are you most interested in, Miss Allen? Evening gowns?
Well, until I organize my social life, I won't have much use for evening gowns.
Well, I'll show you some smart daytime things, and we have very exciting negligees.
Oh, Sylvia, sit down.
I think that sash is too tight. It makes her look positively duck-bottomed.
It's so tight, Mrs. Fowler can't sit down.
Mrs. Fowler, shall I see if your fittings are ready?
Have you seen that?
It's a lovely shape on. Doesn't look like a thing in the hand.
Have you heard from Nancy?
She's in Tanganyika shooting big game.
Did you like her book?
Did you?
Oh, I thought it was marvelous. Do you know the woman she called Mrs. Manther, the terrible catty one? Well, I've known lots of women just like that, darling. I know it's an awful thing to say because I'm devoted to her, but do you suppose it was meant to be Edith? So you had a marvelous time in Bermuda?
I had a good rest.
Howard wants me to take a world cruise. By the way, dear, how is Stephen?
Splendid. He's not nearly so busy. He hasn't missed an evening since I've come home. It's pretty, but I never need a thing like that.
Oh, of course you don't. Howard says nobody's seen Stephen at the club for months.
Don't worry so much about Stephen, Sylvia. He's my concern.
This is our new one-piece lace foundation garment. Zips up the back and no bones.
Just that uplift you need. I always said you'd regret nursing. Look at me. I don't think there's a girl our age with bazooms like mine. I take good care of them. Ice water every morning, camphor at night.
Doesn't it smell like an old fur coat?
Princess Tamara, show here.
Oh, Tamara, how lovely.
You must have it. Stephen would be amazed.
He certainly would. It's too extreme for me.
Yeah, you really haven't the figure. Tamara, you're wearing it wrong, darling. I saw it in Vogue. Off here.
Stop calling me! But I know how to wear clothes!
I am not a model, Tamara, but no one disputes how I wear clothes.
Tamara, you'd better apologize.
It's just professional jealousy. They're really good friends.
Oh, you mean Tamara and Howard are friends?
Do you accuse me of flirting with your husband?
Howard, you're wasting valuable time.
Perhaps I am, but perhaps somebody else is not. You are writing for a fool of Sylvia, dear.
Did you get that innuendo? I'd like to see Howard Fowler put anything over on me. Do you know I have always hated that girl? Exploiting her title the way she does.
Princess Tamara showing here to Miss Allen.
Dial showing number 5 to Miss Allen.
Did you say Miss Allen?
Yes.
Not Crystal Allen.
Yes, I just saw her on the floor. She was so attractive, I had to ask her name.
So Crystal Allen gets her things here?
Yes, she's a new client. Oh,
darling.
Mrs. Haynes, are you ill?
No, I'm just a little tired.
We've kept you standing too long.
I'll get you a glass sherry.
I'm going to have that if I have to wear it for breakfast.
Send it in, Princess.
Oh, Mary, you do know. Why didn't you confide in me?
Sylvia, go away.
Stephen is a louse spending your money on a girl like that.
Sylvia, please mind your own affairs.
She's already made a fool of you in front of all your friends. And don't you think the sales girls know who gets the bills?
I don't care, I tell you. I don't care.
Yes, you do. Mary, don't be an ostrich. Go in there.
I'm going home.
Mrs. Haynes, sherry?
All right. You've caught her cold. This is your chance to humiliate her. Just say a few quiet words. Tell her you'll make Stephen's life hell until he gives her up.
Stephen's not in love with that girl. He'll give her up when he's tired of her.
When he's tired of her? Look where she was 6 months ago, and look where she is now. If she's got the clothes, she's got an apartment to go with her.
Sylvia, please. Let me decide what is best for me and my home.
Well, she may be a perfectly marvelous influence on Stephen, but she's not going to do your children any good.
What do you mean?
Never mind.
Tell me.
Far be it from me to tell you things you don't care to hear. I have known this all along, have I uttered?
What have my children to do with this?
It was while you were away. Edith saw them, Stephen, the children, and that tramp together lunching in the park.
It's not true.
Why would Edith lie? She said they were having a hilarious time. Little Stevie was sitting on that girl's lap eating his lunch, and she was kissing him between every bite.
Go get that evening gown. This thing is too complicated.
Right away, Miss
Now,
Allen.
dear, as you say, this is your affair, not mine. No doubt that girl would make a perfectly good stepmama for your children.
beg your pardon?
I am Mrs. Stephen Haynes.
Sorry, I don't think I know you.
Please don't pretend.
So Stephen finally told you.
No, I found out.
Stay out of here!
I've known about you from the beginning.
Oh, I see.
I've kept still.
Very smart of you.
No, not smart. I wanted to spare Stephen. But you've gone a little too far. You've been seeing my children. I won't have you touching my children.
For God's sake, don't get hysterical. What do I care about your children? I'm sick of hearing about them.
Well, you won't have to hear about them anymore. When Stephen realizes how humiliating all of this has been for me, he will give you up instantly.
Says who?
That's all I have to say.
That's plenty.
Stephen would have gotten tired of you anyway.
Speaking from your own experience, Mrs. Haynes.
Stephen is just amusing himself with you.
And he's amusing himself plenty.
You're very hard.
I can be soft. On the right occasion. What do you expect me to do? Burst into tears and beg you to forgive me?
I found exactly what I expected.
That goes double.
You'll have to make other plans, Miss Allen.
Listen, I'm taking my marching orders from Stephen.
Stephen doesn't love you.
He's doing the best he can in the circumstances.
Stephen couldn't love a girl like you.
What do you think we've been doing for the last 6 months? Crossword puzzles? What have you got to kick about? You've got everything that matters. The name, the position, the money.
Nothing matters to me but Stephen.
Okay, and the sob stuff. You don't think this is the first time Stephen's ever cheated on you? Listen, I'd break up your snug little wrist if I could. I have just as much right as you have to sit in a tub of butter, but I don't stand a chance.
I'm glad you know it.
Well, don't think it's just because he's fond of you.
Fond?
You're just a habit with him. It's those brats he's afraid of losing. If he weren't such a sentimental fool about those kids, he'd have walked out on you years ago.
That's not true.
Oh, yes, it is. I'm telling you a few plain truths you won't get from Stephen.
Stephen's always told me the truth.
Well, look at the record. Listen, Stephen's satisfied with this arrangement, so don't force any issues unless you want plenty of trouble.
You've made it impossible for me to do anything else.
Have I?
Where did you hope to get?
Right where you are, Mrs. Haynes.
You're very confident.
The longer you stay in here, the more confident I get. Saint or no saint, Mrs. Haynes, you are one hell of a dull woman.
By your standards, I probably am. Why am I standing here talking to you? This is something for Stephen and me to settle.
Oh, what the hell?
Sympathies are with Mrs. Haynes, but she did behave like an idiot. Well, you know how some women are when they lose their heads. They do things they regret all their lives.
No, stretch!
Ouch, my scars!
Rest and relax your diaphragm muscles, Mrs. Fowler, if you can.
But of course, I do wish Mrs. Haynes would make up her mind if she's going to get a divorce. It's terrible on all her friends not knowing. Naturally, you can't ask them anywhere.
No, of course not. Now, on your side. Ready? Up, down, up,
But of course,
down.
for the children's sake, I do think she ought to stay. I know I will.
No, I in, not out.
But Mrs. Haynes never listens to any of her friends. She's a very peculiar woman.
She must be.
Yes,
Now,
well, I
please,
tell everybody, whatever she wants to do is the right thing. I've got to remain loyal to Miss Haynes. Oh, God, I'm exhausted, darling.
Then suppose you try something simple, like crawling up the wall.
I go through to keep my figure. God, it infuriates me at a dinner party when some fat, lazy man asks, what do you do with yourself all day, Mrs. Fowler?
You rotate your buttocks.
arms flat. Now you crawl slowly up the wall.
I wish you wouldn't say it like that. It makes me feel like vermin.
Don't talk.
Although there's a few people I'd like to exterminate, darling.
Yes. Let's reverse the action. How do you do, Mrs. Day?
How do you do?
Well,
Hello,
you're
Sylvia.
late again, Peggy.
I'm
After
sorry.
all, I'm paying for this course.
You know I'm grateful.
Oh, well, don't cry about it. It's only $50.
That's a lot to me.
To you, dear? Or to your husband?
Now, ladies, please, let us begin with posture. A lady always enters the room erect.
Some of my friends exit horizontally.
Now, knees apart, huh? Sit on the wall and relax. Now roll slowly up the wall, pressing each vertebra into the wall as hard as you can. The shoulders are back and where they belong. Mrs. Fowler, lift yourself behind the ears. Pretend you're just a silly little puppet dangling on a string. No, Mrs. Day, your chin is resting comfortably on a little table. Huh? Elbows bent, shove with the small of your back, up on your toes. You're off.
Sylvia, why do you insinuate that John is a miser?
Can't you have a little money of your own, Peggy? And what do? You give it to John.
Now back, please.
Well, John makes so little.
But darling, you're robbing him of his manly sense of responsibility. You're turning him into a gigolo. A little money of her own no man can touch is the only protection a woman has.
Now, relax on the mats again. You know. 1, 2. Now, ready, bend, stretch. You know. Begin it, ladies. Bend, stretch, bend, down. Plenty of pull on the hamstring.
Sylvia, glad you're here.
Edith, what are you doing up here?
Oh, I was having a facial downstairs. Sylvia, I've done the most awful thing, and I didn't want to tell anybody.
Potter,
Would you go outside and tell them I'm ready for my paraffin bath now? There's a deal.
Oh, but Mrs. Fowler.
No, I'm simply exhausted, darling.
No, but you've hardly moved a muscle.
Look, whose carcass is this? Yours or mine?
Well, it's yours, Mrs. Fowler, but I'm paid to exercise it.
You talk like a horse trainer.
Well, Mrs. Fowler, you're getting warm.
Sylvia, move over. Oh, help me down. Oh, I've done the most ghastly thing. It wasn't to the middle of my facial that I realized it. Oh, I could just bite my tongue when I think of it.
Well, Edith, what is it?
Well, I was lunching with Frances Jones.
Oh, Edith Potter, I know exactly what you're going to say. You forgot she's starting to pipe.
But I never read her awful column.
You told her something about me? What did you say?
Oh, darling, you know I'd never give you away. I told her all about Stephen and Mary.
Oh, I know, but it wasn't to the middle of my facial that I realized
Edith, it'll be in all those dreadful tabloids.
I know. I've been racking my brains to recall what I said. Oh, I think I told her that when Mary walked into the next fitting room, she yanked the ermine coat off the Allen girl.
Oh, you didn't?
Well, I don't know if I said ermine or sable, but I know that I said that Mary smacked that Allen girl.
Edith!
Oh, I know. But it's what Sylvia told me.
I didn't.
You did too.
Well, anyway, I didn't expect you to tell it to a cheap reporter.
Well, it really doesn't make much difference. The divorce is practically settled.
Who said so?
You did.
I said Mary couldn't broadcast her domestic difficulties and not expect them to wind up in a scandal.
Mary didn't broadcast them.
Well, who did?
You did. You're making it impossible for her to do anything now but get a divorce. Calling her up, telling her how awful she's been treated.
As a matter of fact, I told her she'd make a great mistake. What has any woman got to gain by getting a divorce? No matter how much he gives her, she'll never have what they had together. And you know as well as I do, he'd marry that girl. He'd have to in order to protect his investment.
Mrs. Fowler, the paraffin bath is ready.
Don't worry, I'll give to Peister a ring. I can fix it.
How?
Well, I'll just tell her you were lying.
You do no such thing.
Well, then let the story ride. Go, Edith. It'll all be forgotten tomorrow. Remember the awful things they said about, oh, what's her name? Before she jumped out the window? No, I can't even remember her name, so who cares?
Now, Mrs. Potter, you come right back where you belong.
Why, you'd think this was a boarding school.
Oh, Mrs. Potter, it's such a foolish waste of money.
Listen, relaxing is part of my facial.
Oh, then you should relax completely, Mrs. Potter. From the chin up.
Honestly, the class feeling you run into these days. I'm so tired of paying creatures like that to insult me.
Edith, let's call Mary up and warn her.
About what? The newspapers.
Oh, darling, how are we going to do that without involving Sylvia?
Oh, but it's all her fault. Oh, she's such a dreadful woman.
Oh, Peggy, she can't help it. It's just her tough luck she wasn't born deaf and dumb. What? She's always gotten away with murder. What? She's been sleeping for a year with that young salesman in Howard's office.
Edith,
right under Howard's nose. But Howard doesn't care. So what business is it of yours or mine? Take a tip from me, Peggy. Keep out of other women's troubles. I've never had a fight with a girlfriend in my life. Why? I hear no evil, I see no evil, and I speak no evil.
So he says all you can do with a story like that is live it down, Mary.
Once a thing like that is out between a married couple, they gotta fight it out. Depends which they get sick of first, each other or the argument.
Well, then I guess he tried to kiss her because she said, please don't. I'll never be able to kiss you again without thinking of that woman in your arms.
Imagine him taking up with a girl like that.
He was telling the madam she's a virgin.
She is? Then what's all the rumpus about?
She ain't a virgin now. She was.
Well, so was Mae West once.
He was telling the madam he'd been faithful for 12 years.
Well, that's something these days.
But she said, how do I know you've been faithful?
She don't.
That's what the madam said. She said, Stephen, can't you see that girl's only interested in you for your money?
Well, I'll bet that made him sore. A man don't like to be told no woman but his wife is fool enough to love him. It drives him nutty.
Well, somewhere in there, the madam says, Stephen, you do want a divorce, only you ain't got the courage to ask it. And he says, oh, my God, no, I don't, Mary. And she says, you don't love me. And he says, oh, but I'm awful fond of you. And she says, very icy, fond, is that all? And he said, well, there's the children.
A woman don't want to be told she's being kept on just to run a kindergarten.
So then she said in an awful, awful low voice, Stephen, oh, Stephen, we can't go on like this. It ain't worthy of what we've been to each other. And he said, oh, no, it's not Mary.
Quite an actress, ain't you? Have a cup of coffee.
So then the madam says, well, could have knocked me down with a feather. She said, Stephen, I want a divorce. Yes, Stephen, I want a divorce.
Abdicating.
Well, you could have knocked him down with a feather.
I'd like to knock him down with this.
So then she said it was all over on account of the fact it was only the children he minded losing and that it made their marriage a mockery.
A mockery?
Something funny.
I ain't gonna die laughing.
Well, then he said that she was just upset on account of the fact it was in the papers. What could she expect if she was going to go around spilling her troubles to a bunch of gabby women? She should just go to bed, think things over, and he was going out for a breath of fresh air.
You ought to let none of them out except on a leash.
So she said, are you going to see that girl or ain't you? And he said, what difference does it make to you if you're going to divorce me? And she said, don't make no difference to you, I guess. Please go, Stephen, and don't come back ever.
She gonna get a divorce.
Oh, dear, I'm terrible sad for her.
I ain't.
Do you think he'll marry that girl?
When a man's got the habit of supporting some woman, he just don't feel natural unless he's doing it.
Well, he said marriage was the furthest thing from his mind, but she said you love her, you love me, Stephen.
So what'd he say to that?
Nothing for a long time. Just kept on walking up and down and up and down and up and down.
He was thinking. First man can think of a good explanation how he can be in love with his wife and another woman. Gonna win that prize they're giving out over in Sweden.
What time does your train go?
An hour.
You showed everything to your lawyers.
They always say the same thing. I'm getting a raw deal.
But, Mary...
Mother, I know it's not true. Stephen's been very generous.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. If Stephen is a wealthy man today, he owes it largely to you.
Stephen would have gotten where he is, with or without me.
He didn't have a penny when you married him.
Mother, are you trying to make me bitter, too?
I'm sure I don't know what to say. If I sympathize with Stephen, you say I'm taking his side. If I sympathize with you, you say I'm making you bitter. The thing for me to do is keep still. You're both making a terrible mistake.
Mother, please.
But the children, Mary, the children.
What good will it do them to be brought up in a...